Have you ever caught yourself living everywhere except right here, right now? Your body is sitting in the present, but your mind is lost in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's anxieties. You replay old mistakes, you script 100 possible futures, and in the middle of that endless mental storm, you completely forget to live. We often think peace means perfect silence. We think calm means controlling every single thought. But what if true peace isn't about stopping the mind, but about gently guiding it back home to this exact moment? This is the story of a young man whose restless thoughts became his own prison, and how a wise sage taught him, through one simple, profound task, how to finally find freedom within himself. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by golden fields and ancient trees, there lived a young man who could not find peace. His mind was like a bird with broken wings constantly flapping, but never able to land. Each day his thoughts drifted between the past he couldn't change and a future he couldn't predict. He was haunted by mistakes and worried endlessly about what might go wrong. He couldn't eat without his mind wandering, couldn't sleep without regret, and couldn't smile without anxiety trailing close behind. Life was passing before his eyes like a blur, and he realized with a sinking heart that he was existing, but not truly living. So, one morning, desperate for relief, he decided to climb the hill where a wise sadhu, a spiritual hermit, lived in an ancient temple, surrounded by nothing but silence and sky. After a long winding climb under the rising sun, the young man finally reached the temple. There, sitting under a vast banyan tree, was the sadhu. His eyes were closed, his face serene, and his very presence radiated a stillness that felt like ripples across calm water. The young man fell to his knees and cried out, "O wise one, my mind gives me no rest. I am chained by my past and terrified of my future. I have prayed, I have meditated, I have tried to distract myself, but peace always escapes me. Please, show me the way." The sadhu slowly opened his eyes, which were filled with a deep warmth and understanding. He looked at the young man for a long moment, then rose silently and walked into the temple. When he returned, he was carrying a small clay lamp with a delicate flame dancing at its center. "My son," he said softly, "I will teach you peace. But first, you must complete a task." He handed the lamp to the young man and said, "Take this lamp down the hill to the village below, and then bring it back to me. But remember, the flame must not go out. If it dies, you must start again." The young man hesitated, puzzled by how simple the task seemed. Still, he bowed his head and accepted. As he began his descent, a breeze brushed against his face, threatening to extinguish the flame. Quickly, he cupped his hands around it, guarding it from the wind. His steps slowed. Every movement became careful, intentional. His eyes were fixed on that small circle of light, so fragile, so alive. Villagers passed him on the path. Some greeted him kindly, others smiled or joked, but he barely heard them. The entire world, the sky, the hills, the noise, it all disappeared. There was only the flame. When the wind picked up, he turned his body to shield it. When loose stones rolled under his feet, he instinctively adjusted his balance, protecting it. When birds sang and children laughed, he didn't look away. The lamp demanded everything: his hands, his breath, his complete focus. By the time he reached the village, the sun had dipped low, painting the horizon in shades of fire and gold. Yet he didn't stop to admire it. Without a pause, he turned and began the long climb back up. His legs trembled, his arms ached, and sweat streamed down his face, but the flame still burned, steady and alive. At last he reached the temple. Exhausted but triumphant, he handed the lamp back to the sadhu, its flame still glowing bright. The sage smiled gently. "Well done, my son. Tell me, what did you see on your journey?" The young man blinked, confused. "Nothing, Guruji. I saw nothing but this flame." "Did you see the sunset?" the sadhu asked. "No, Guruji." "Did you hear the birds sing or the laughter of children?" "I heard them, but I did not listen. My mind was with the flame." The sadhu's eyes sparkled. "And during this time, did you think of your past?" "No." "Did you worry about your future?" "No, Guruji. My mind was full, but only of the flame." "And tell me, my son," the sadhu asked softly, "when your mind was fully absorbed in that single task, were you at peace?" The young man's eyes filled with a sudden, dawning understanding. Yes, Guruji. For the first time in years, I felt calm. There were no regrets, no fears. There was only this moment, only the flame." The sadhu smiled. "Then you have already found peace. You simply didn't recognize it." The sadhu placed a gentle hand on the young man's shoulder and said, "Peace is not found by escaping your thoughts or forgetting your past. It is found when you give your full attention to what is right in front of you, just as you did with that flame. When you walk, just walk. When you eat, just eat. When you breathe, just breathe. When your mind is anchored in the present moment, no storm from the past can shake you, and no fear of the future can reach you. The present moment is where peace lives, always waiting for you to return. Tears streamed down the young man's face. He bowed deeply. Thank you, Guruji. You have given me a gift greater than anything I could have imagined. He walked home differently that day, slower, lighter, and truly free. From then on, whenever his mind wandered back to old regrets or raced ahead to future fears, he remembered the flame. He remembered the stillness he had found while guarding it, and each time he would gently bring his focus back to his breath, his footsteps, the taste of his food, the feel of the wind on his skin. Moment by moment, he learned that peace was not some distant mountain to be climbed, but the very ground he walked upon, if only he paid attention. We often believe that peace will come later when our problems are solved, when we have more time, more money, more success. But peace does not wait in the future. It blooms only in the now. The past lives only in memory. The future exists only in imagination. But this moment, this breath, this heartbeat is real. And if you can be fully alive in this moment, you will discover that nothing is missing. You are already home. You are already enough. So remember this. Anxiety lives in the future. Depression lives in the past. But true peace lives only in the present. Live here, live now. Protect the flame of your awareness, and it will light your entire life. If this story touched your heart and opened your eyes to the power of living in the moment, please share it with someone who might need this reminder today. And if you'd like to hear more stories of ancient wisdom and inner calm, subscribe and join us on this journey, one peaceful moment at a time. Thank you for watching.